where the country and western down in Nashville. Thing came out of Nashville and ran the record. They had a radio station. We could listen to music over ran the record. And you could order records over the radio from ran the record. And that's how we would listen to. It wasn't much black records on in Arkansas music. You would get some preachers. I knew about Reverend C.L. Franklin. They would play him, and people who had a record player would order the sermon because everybody was religious down on their knees all the time in that time. Then I came here, and then I found out I met those people from Franklin over here. They had his sermon. What's his name? They were on Chrysler Drive.
Aretha Franklin, are you saying?
Father, I'm trying to think. I can't call his name now. Who had the label name? Who had the label? You know, I know all those guys at the time. I can't call his name now. Anyway, he recorded C.L. Franklin in the beginning.
Clarence LaVaughn is the father. C.L. Franklin. Oh, he was shot to death.
Who that?
Franklin.
No, was he shot? No, I think he died. Was he shot? I don't remember. But it seemed like he had...
On Wikipedia, shortly after midnight on Sunday, June 10th, 1979, Franklin was shot twice at point-blank range during what was believed to have been an attempted robbery at his home on Detroit's west side.
Right. He was living across the street from me because I was living on 7417 Linwood.
Do you remember the night that...
I don't remember him, but I remember him getting shot. Now, I do remember now. Yeah, he died later, something like that, yeah.
C.L. Franklin was your next-door neighbor at the time he was murdered.
Yeah, I lived one block from West Grand Boulevard. The first block from West Grand Boulevard on Linwood, on the right, Hogarth. I think that's his name. Hogarth. He lived on Hogarth and LaSalle Boulevard. Franklin.
That wasn't far from your home. How far was that?
It was like one block, because I lived on the, I think, 7th floor. I'm not sure, maybe 15th floor. And I could see in his backyard, on his back porch, from my living room. When the trees are not budded out, you know, when the trees, the leaves all like now, I could see that then. When the trees come out, you know, the boulevard full of trees. You can see down the street. I lived there in the area all the time. And then this church was right down the street. Before the church was down there, was down on John R.
Was that the church that you attended?
I attended both places. When I came in, he was down on John R. I think it was John R. in that neighborhood. Whoever it was by the shame, I think it was John R. It was down in the area. That's where the first church was when I came here. Then they moved from there to over on Linwood, because Linwood was just beginning. They had stores and had a nightclub. They had a black restaurant there on Linwood there called La Green. I think it was La Green, something like that. Greenleaf. And after 20 grand closed at 2 o'clock in the morning, the black club, 2 o'clock, everything closed up. People would go to breakfast, we call it. We go there from there to Greenleaf on Linwood and have breakfast and see people and watch, things like that. Franklin had a church right across the street from there, open up there. Every Wednesday night we would go down there and dance, do the Madison, the cha-cha. They had a disc jockey would play records there. The black people, for them to do something for entertainment, on a Wednesday night, everybody go down there because it's going to be a crowd there. We get out of the house and we dance. You know, I went a couple of times, but I wasn't a dancer, really. I went a couple of times, you know, that's what we did.
Won dance contests?
No, I went a couple of times.
Oh,
I wasn't a dancer there. I didn't like to get sweaty. I didn't like to dance. I couldn't dance, really, at the time.
As you said before, there was so much polyester in the 70s, people were probably sweating bullets extra much.
Right. Then they had a place of Webwood Inn up on Woodward Avenue. Black people go there. It wasn't like it was back in, you know, everything open all night here. You could go places, so many places go. It didn't used to be that way. At 2 o'clock, everything closed up.
LEGENDARYLEECANADY